Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I will be unboxing Smallworld by Days of Wonder. This is a board game I've played a couple times, or I think I've played once, and then I played like Smallworld Underworld once, I think, and didn't enjoy. So you may be wondering, so Adam, why did you buy it? Well, both times I played it, it was owned by someone else. It was set up before I knew what was going on, and I was just kind of dragged in. Hey, come on, Adam, it's easy. Play. And I never understood what on earth was going on throughout the game. It has a lot of elements of a game that I think I would like. I think I really just didn't like it because I had no idea what was going on while we were playing. So I figured, you know what? I had an opportunity to pick it up pretty cheap. I did so. Figure, check it out. I might like it a lot better if I understood what was going on. So, Smallworld by Days of Wonder. It's terrible glare. Maybe if we remove the plastic. Of course, the name, you may think, oh, that sounds a lot like a ride at Disneyland or Disney World, and they thought so too. It's a world of laughter, slaughter after all. It is a small world after all. Board, and remember there's multiple boards. Each, your character is two different pieces that combine. Basically, you're trying to control territory. Alright. So we got this, some little rules here. Components. Setting it up. Extra space, so they got a simple piece of art put in. Oh, that's nice. How to organize the storage trays. Then we have promotion for some other games that on the same sale. I got one of that promotional thing. Ooh, a little bit upside down here. Alright, so we have these. And this is basically what I was given as here is how you play. As they say, here, it's easy, take this. And so this is the extent of the rules that I knew. Whereas the game actually has rules throughout here. So I was basically felt like I was working on half of information. Yeah, here it is. And this is relevant because this is different type of special powers and the races. But there are, whatever, 6 of these. And it's probably up to 6 players. And alright, so we get... These are... The races go into decline at a certain point. Like, obviously, ghouls have a special power when they're in decline, as do, it seems, trolls. But they all basically have stuff. Like there. Normally, which have weird icons to try and explain it. But you got Amazons, dwarves, elves, ghouls, giants, halflings, humans, orcs, ratmen, skeletons, sorcerers, tritons, trolls, wizards, blank. And then they have powers. Alchemist, Berserk, Bivouacking, I guess? Commando, Diplomat, Dragon Master, Flying, Forest, Fortified, Heroic, Hill, Merchant, Mounted, pillaging, seafaring, spirit, stout, swamp, underworld, and wealthy, and then blank, and some other little tokens to represent things. Anyways, the whole point is that you fashion what your person is by 2 tokens. So it adds great variety, which is the kind of thing I tend to like in games, because that means stuff for replayability. A couple of them have things when they're flipped upside down as well. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing I like in a game. So it feels like one I should like. Bunch of different tokens to represent various stuff on the map. Points, camps, and a lot of these are like related to like marking a space. For example, biovacking has these matching symbols, so this probably is how you mark the territory that you have with that, basically. Lots of victory coins. We get our little race tokens so that you can mark what places you have depending on who you are at a given time, and you switch who you are throughout as you play. And as I see how many of these are, I'm really glad that they have this storage tray that they're talking about how to store stuff, because man, there's a lot here. Then the idea is, depending on how many players you have, use a different board. So this says 2. So use this board for a 2-player game. On the other side, it says 3. So for a 3-player game. And I'll look at this board when I zoom out. Oh, this is such nice storage. Okay, so not only that, but it has like a little lid on this thing, so you can keep all of those there. Clearly they're different sized for different stuff. You got a dice with 3 blank sides, and a 1, a 2, and a 3. There's clearly divisions made, like it houses the game that it comes with. Like, it is designed so well. So that's just a nice storage option. Now, so this board says 4. And it has spaces on it, and you know, each symbols mean things like, I think, what's that, mine or cavern or whatever. And then it's up to 5 players, I suppose. And it's just the idea of the idea with the game is that there are supposed to not quite be enough territories for everyone to have enough room, but there has to only be somewhat limited, because if 5 people are trying to compete over this few territories, it doesn't work as well. Is the idea. And these white lines are what divide different territories. So, and I mean, it's pretty art, you know, clouds around the mountains and the rainbow and little boats here in the water and birds flying out of the trees, weird marshlands with waterfalls and cows. They got cows and more of them over here, and more cows. Lots of cow land, a bit of sheep land. It's pretty, but yeah, it's a game where the idea is that you are trying to control different regions, thus your little markers for control. And at a certain point, you might let your race go into decline and start a new one. I don't remember what causes it to finally end. There are little counters on the side of the board, so it might be turn numbers. But you end up with different races and classes combined to end up with different abilities. Lots of cool stuff that seems like cool replayability. Lots of stuff that feels like cool fantasy kind of environment that I like. And I will say, all of the friends that I played it with on both occasions really liked it. I think I just didn't understand what was going on. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. But now I own it, and so I can read the rules to my heart's content. And so I have it. Plus, I have friends that like it, so even if I don't. And I wanted to show off also, I got everything punched out, so there's these sit in here. So finger, hold on, lift them up. This top one sits all the way to the edge. There's a spot to lift up the second board, and everything has a spot, a little extra room for a lot of it. But just, I mean, ultimately, as far as the unboxing is concerned, I feel almost the ability for it all just to neatly store in the box is one of the selling points with it. So I figured I would also throw in this clip that everything easily stores back in the box, organized, ready to play. But yeah, cute little game. Trying to, I used to do a fair bit of board game stuff, but my friend that did the main board game collecting, as well, he moved out of state, and then the second one that did a little bit of board game collecting moved out of town. So I have to step in at a certain point, and I'm like, okay, I've gotten a number of new games, but at a certain point I'm like, I should pick up games that they had too that we like, because they're not around for us to play them now. But yeah, so that is Smallworld. And it is a small world after all. I will link to where you can pick it up online down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for watching.